Hello students. So in our last video we have discussed how to give input in a matrix, or you can say two-dimensional array, right? We have discussed it theoretically in our last video. If you have not seen yet, go to my link that I will give in the above. Okay. So in this video we will see the programming, or how we do that in programming. So I have already written the program, so it's a easy program. I will just discuss for you. Okay, so first thing is, the program is about how we'll take an input in a two-dimensional array, or you can say in a matrix, right? So for that, the first thing that we need is a array, isn't it? We'll need an array. So for that I have taken an array of size 20 cross 20, that is the maximum size. Okay, then its name is what? A. All right, then I have taken rows and columns. So I have to, as a user, I have to first give the number of rows. I have to define that how that matrix will contain how many rows or how many columns, right? So for that I have used two variables, rows and columns. So user will enter how many rows and columns he or she needs. Okay, then I and j is for the counter. For every, to enter elements in every index, we will use these two counters. Okay, so first thing is, I will ask the user to enter the number of rows. So the user, whatever value the user will enter will be saved in rows variable. Okay, next I will ask the user to enter the number of columns, and that will save in cols variable. Then I will tell the user to enter the elements in the matrix. Okay, so for that, just you recall the explanation that I have done in the last video. Again I am saying, if you have not seen, then first watch the last video, then come to this video. Okay, so now for entering the elements in the matrix, what we will do, we will have to run two loops, right? Two counter variables, two loops we have to run. First one is of I, and it will run for what? It will point the, or indicate the row number, right? It will indicate the row number. Then next variable, or next loop will be run by counter j, and it will indicate the column number, right? And after that, whatever the user will enter will be entered in this variable, or this, sorry, in this element, or this index value, right? So as we know, as we have discussed, the matrix index value is, first is represented the value of row, and the second represent the value of column. So I is representing the value of row, that's why I have written I here. Then the value of column j, right? Then next is, see, this portion is from here to this portion is how we'll enter, right? How we'll give input. This portion is how we'll give input, right? Now say I have to take the, so I have to see what is my matrix, means the values that I have entered. I have to look at the values of the matrix, or I have to look at the matrix. So for that output the value, we have used this portion. So this portion of the program is to see what the values the matrix contains, or what values I have given input. Okay, so how will look? It's simple as, it is same as how are we giving the input. It is same to watch the output. Okay, so for that, what we have done is, the for that we have again used the same loop. Okay, first one is row, second loop indicates the columns, and here what we have done, we are not taking the input. Remember, we are giving the output, means we are giving the values that are stored in the index. That's why we have written here printf, right? Then integer value, that's why percentage d, and after that what, the value of the index, right? The index number. Okay, and then j loop completes, and then slash n we have used for the next line, that is it will represent the next row, right? It will represent the next row. Then the row loop has also completed, and after that the program ends. Okay, now let's see the output. Okay, so for example, first let us say consider an example. Say we are taking the user is given a value, number of rows, say rows value user is given 2. Okay, again here rows value user is given 2, again columns value user is given, column value user is given 2, right? Now what will happen is this loop I will run from where, I will run from 0 to I less than row, number of row, that is I less than 2, that is it will run from where 0 to 1, right? Then again for j same, as loop given j equal to 0, it will start from 0 and it will run up to here less than the number of columns, so that means it will run from 0 to 1, right? Now so at the beginning the I value will be 0 and j value will be 0, right? So the first element will enter in a 0 0, right? So the first element will enter where a 0 0, right? After that j increments, j will increment to what, 1, j plus plus 0 plus plus means 1, then it will come here, next value will be input at a 0 1, right? After that 1 increments to 2, is 2 less than 2, no, so this loop will end, it will go back to the I, again I plus plus, now I becomes 1, j becomes 0 again, then the next element you will enter will be entered in 1 0, a of 1 0, right? Then again j increments, again the next value enters in a of 1 1, right? After that again j increments 2, 2 is less than 2, no, I increments, I becomes 2, 2 is less than 2, no, then it ends, right? So I have discussed how to enter the elements in two dimensional or one dimensional array, so you can go back and go through my earlier videos to understand it more clearly, right? Now let's see the output. Sorry, let's see the output here. So let's give the number of rows, say 2, let's say the number of columns, say 3. Okay, so now we'll enter the element. So the first element that I have entered 11, it will be stored in which index, a of 0 0, right? Next element will be entered, say 23, will be in which index, a of 0 1, right? Then 40, say I have given element 44, this will be entered in index a of 0 2, since column is 3 it will go up to 2, right? Similarly we will keep on entering and it will keep on entering in the serial indexes. So the matrix is, look now how it is displayed. Say in the display portion you will see that after the column I have printed slash n. So slash n does what, it will go to the next line, that means the next row will be printed in the below, right? So here see how many rows are there, 2 rows, and how many columns are there, 3 columns, right? That's what we have entered, 2 rows and 3 columns we have entered, right? Got the point, understood? Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can contact me. All right.